Good morning. It's a warm morning, quite humid. Not exactly feeling it this morning. My usual Friday night recreation of pizza and a few beers. Never good prep for running, but let's get out for 7 or 8 miles on the trails. Chuffed to bits. Isn't it amazing? Buns of steel and liver transplant, sand. Yeehaw! Finding it a little tough this morning, I won't lie. It's really quite humid. It's not as hot as it's going to be. That's why I'm running this morning. What have I been doing this week? Well, since the Shuttleworth 10k last weekend, I hope you watched the video, by the way. If you didn't, check it out. We did some 3k relays with the club on Tuesday, so that was pushing on for 3k over this Therfield Heath, which was great. But again, type 2 fun, the sort of fun that you don't necessarily enjoy doing it, but you certainly enjoy or feel proud of yourself afterwards. I'm not so good in hot weather, which is why I run in hot weather, to try and get better at it. I don't know if you ever feel like this, but I'm now just over 2 miles. As far as my legs are concerned, they've been complaining the entire way. I'm seriously considering cutting this run short, because the last thing I want to do is exhaust myself on what's supposed to be the long easy run. So the jury's out on that right now. To answer the question I always get asked, yes, I do set the camera running at the bottom of the hill, run to the top, then run back down, pick up the camera and run back up the hill again. So I'm also running up the scenic bits like the hills twice. All a bit of fun, isn't it? Ooh. So today I just wanted to share with you my plans, because I booked an autumn marathon. I know, I said never again after last year's Beachy Head, which took me over 6 hours, and then I booked the Connie Marathon, and I know Connie Marathon didn't end well for me, but like most runners, I don't like to be beaten. I like to prove things to myself. I've signed up again for Beachy Head Marathon. I found it quite brutal. First ever marathon, 26 miles, over 1,000 metres of ascent. A lot of it in the last 6 miles over the evil Seven Sisters rolling South Downs on the coast. Beautiful, but difficult. So I'm going back to it again. Unfinished business. Well, I've decided to cut it short, 3.5 miles in. I think I've warmed up, but I'm not, legs aren't feeling it. This is supposed to be a long, easy run, so I'm turning back for home. Across Therfield Heath we go. So I need to train better. One of the things I need to do is get better at hills. I'm not bad at hills, but long, not too steep, grinding hills, I need to be able to run those without exhausting myself. So more practice needed. So as I'm wimping out today, doing my full distance, let's do another hill. It's this last bit and the legs are burning and the breathing's not really working. Just keeping it calm, keeping breathing, keeping that voice in your head quiet, and you'll get there. So marathon training plan starts next week. I've booked some exciting races to take part in to lead me up to the marathon, just like I did before. A couple of real challenging ones, and I'll tell you about those in a couple of weeks. This Thursday it's the final run of the local runners midweek league, and my club has a chance to come first or second in the league, so I'll be there. I shan't be challenging for any points, but I'll be running and providing moral support. And then next weekend I've got another 10k, this time at the Ickworth stately home in Suffolk, and that's really fascinating. I've been doing the research, you won't want to miss that. And then probably a couple of weeks time I'll do a training run and I'll tell you all about the marathon events or training events I've got coming up. In the meantime, here's another hill. Not able to manage running up that a second time. I mean, what is it goes through a runner's head? As I think I told you earlier, the reason I cut it short was because I wasn't feeling it and I didn't want to exhaust myself. So I've then proceeded to run more than once up the steepest hills I can find on my little journey. What am I like? There we go, nearly done. So just on 10k, well over an hour. Really feels like it was an effort today, but with the hills I'm sure it's done me a power of good. So thank you very much for joining me. I hope you'll join me on another one. As I say, next weekend we've got that 10k around Ickworth house in Suffolk. Really fascinating stories to tell there, so do come along. And then I will tell you all about my marathon training plans. And I've got 3 great races coming up, and for the first time I'm going to Wales. So do click subscribe and the notifications bell and you won't miss a thing. Thanks for joining me. See you next time.